Today we'd like to take you through an overview of Caseload's Timekeeper time entry product. We have about 4 different screens that you can actually key time in, but this one is designed with the intent in mind of the attorneys and paralegals keying their own time or anyone else in the firm who is a timekeeper. Once the product is installed, you just go to Data and Control File, and you use the little drop down here to find where the data is on your system. It may be on a local drive, or if you're a larger firm, it would more than likely be on a network drive, so it would be like drive F for whatever drive letter your IT firm has chosen to load your data in. Once you have the control file set up and you in as a user, you can come back into this screen and check this box to default to you as the timekeeper. You can also check to include closed files if your process is to key time to closed cases. Additionally, you have the option of setting up a Gmail account so that you can key time when away from the office, particularly in the case of keying on a laptop, and then just email that time back to your secretary or paralegal or somebody in accounting so that they can actually post that time to you if you're not going to be back in the office for a while and need to get that time in the system. Once it's set up, you can go to Admin, Security, and Users and either change this user to your initials and name, or set up yourself by just clicking Add. You can set up a new user. We recommend that you set your ID as your timekeeper initials so that it'll actually default to your code. Additionally, once set up, you can go to the Help screen and the Welcome form, and you can create an automatic login by pressing the Control and Backspace keys. This version already has automatic login set up, so now we have the option to erase the automatic login, which we're not going to do. But if it had not already been set up, this box would say Create Auto Login. So that keeps you from having to actually log in with a user ID and a password if you would prefer to use it that way. Once you have those criteria set up, you simply go to Acquire and tell it to acquire the foundation files. It's going to go out to wherever the data is on your server and bring in a skeletal version of the files so that validation can take place as you're keying. We recommend that you do this every day or two, depending on how often your firm sets up new files. But if accounting or the paralegals are setting up the cases, you always want to be sure that you have the most recent cases available to you in the screen. Once you're ready to key, you simply go into Key, tell it you want a new record, and if you don't know the file number right offhand, you can press the F2 key and get a drop-down list of the cases to search for. You can search by file number or the name or the case caption, if you know anything the case is in reference to. Once you pick it, it's going to default to billable time, type 02, but this does not preclude you from keying cost advances or expenses or a fixed fee adjustment in the system. It will default to the current system date, but if you're keying time for another date, you simply change it. It'll stay on that date until you change it again. It'll default, like we said, to you as the timekeeper. You pick an activity code, which may be conference, and let's say it's an hour and a half, and it may be conference with client to discuss case. And if you'll notice, I've made a typo here. So all you have to do is press the Alt key and the S to bring up the spell checker. It'll give you a choice of words. It'll let you add a word to the dictionary. If you see the word that needs to be replaced to, you simply click Replace, and you'll see that the spelling correction is taking place here. The system also uses what we refer to as narrative codes. If accounting has set up narrative codes, or shorthand time entry codes, as we refer to them as, you can get a list of them, and to use them, you simply press the shift and a pipe symbol. And now I'm going to use ONF, which stands for Open New File. And once I put in the ONF and press the space bar, it will bring in any narrative that we've associated with that particular ONF code. And we'll save that record. If you'll notice here, you're looking at the time actually recorded to this particular file number. Now this file number has multiple entries, so this one entry is 225, but we have 450 total keyed to that particular file number. This little button will show you the all files total, so we've keyed 9.5 hours for $1,350. If you wish to edit an existing item that you've already keyed, you can do that by going to the list box to see every item that you've worked on so far that you have not uploaded. So you may have some reason to change this item, so you select it, you tell it you want to edit it, and you might need to change the increment of time from 3/4 of an hour to 1 1/4. And as you tab or press enter down, it will recalculate that time for you. You can save that record and put the product to sleep and go about your business doing other things. Wake it up when you have another entry to key. Before uploading your time, we strongly recommend that you print a report of your time. So just click on the little printer icon. If you want everything you've keyed but not uploaded, just take the defaults and click the printer. This will print you a report of everything that you've keyed, showing the detail, the narrative, the increment of time, your rate, the amount, and on the next page you will see a total of everything that you're about to post. So you've entered 10 hours, a half hour of it was fixed fee time, and it was valued at $75, but you're about to load $1,425 of total billable time. So we'll close that, and when you're actually ready to post that time, you click on the post button, and you're seeing all of the time that you've keyed but not uploaded. Normally you would want to not do any selection criteria. You'd like to just go ahead and upload all dates. In our case, everything is one date. If you've set up a Gmail account and you're away from the office and you need to get this time posted, you can click email upload, and it'll email it back to the designated person you've selected, whether that's a paralegal or the accounting department, so that they can go ahead and post it for you. In our case, we're going to pick the direct upload. So we've uploaded 8 transactions, and if we go back into time, we'll see that there's nothing there now. It's all been posted to the server. At any point in the use of the product, you can go to the red question mark. It will bring up a help manual, and it covers all of the topics that we've discussed. How to key time, how to acquire the foundation files, how to set up your email account if you wish to email time back to the office. But it's a great way to key time. The only time it depends on the server is when you're acquiring data and when you're posting data. It never has to go to the server when you're keying or printing your report or anything else. So it's a lot more robust in terms of not having interference from the file server. So we hope this will give you a good overview of the product, and if you need further information, please be sure to contact our office.